Hello everyone. So in this video, we are going to see how we can declare class in Java. In the last video, we have learned about the concept of classes and objects. What is the properties of object-oriented programming? So in this video now, we will see how we can declare class in Java. Okay. So what is actually class? So class is basically a template or a blueprint from which we can create objects and which objects are created with the help of class. Okay, so we already have to create a template. So basically a class in Java, it can contain data member, method, constructor, block, and it can also contain the class and interface. Means in Java we have a concept of nested class. Okay, means we can create a class inside another class. So let's see. First, we will see the syntax, how you can declare class. So you can see here, you have to first put the keyword class, and then you have to put here the name of the class. Okay, and then inside that class, you have to declare the data member and the method. You can also declare constructor. Okay, so we will see in detail how we can create a class and how we can create an object from that and how we can add different members inside the class. Okay, so let's see how we can practically do. Now here you can see first you can create a new folder. Okay, and you can write it as ABES EC, ABES Engineering College. Okay, now you can see here we have created a folder. Now inside this folder we have to create a new Java class file. So what we will do, just open a notepad. Okay, now just write a code. Suppose I am writing here class yes, and inside this we will create a method public void show that this we have a message system dot out dot println. So here you can see we have this message as ABES college. So this is basically a method inside the class ABES. Okay, and we have this message printed when we create the object of this class. Okay, now we can also declare some members also. Okay, suppose we have declared a variable integer x is equals to 12. Okay, we can also print this the value of the integer variable inside the method or outside the method also. Okay, suppose we will also declare one more variable 13 here. Okay, now we have two variables where the initial value of x is 12 and the y is 13. Okay, now we can also print the sum inside this also. So here we write system dot out dot println, and inside this we will print sum is okay. So either you can what you can do also is you can also print the sum directly, or you can also declare a new variable as z and do some calculation inside this method y, and now we will y have a result inside, sorry, z in here you can see in z we have x plus y, so we have to print the result also. Okay, so now you can see here we will write z. Okay, now we'll save this particular program. So in desktop we have already created this ABES Engineering College folder, ABES EC folder. Okay, now we have to open this. Now I'll save as a ABES dot Java and save this file. Okay, now I have to compile this code. Just open this command prompt. Okay, now you have to write Java C and ABES.java. Now you can see that it is successfully compiled, and Here you can see the class file regarding this file is already created. Means we have created .java file, and after compilation .class file already created. This class file basically contains a bytecode. Okay. So now you can see here we have this class, but this you cannot run directly. Means if you write Java and the name of class, so you can see there is a error. You can see that this particular class doesn't have the main method. So what we have to do is we have to create a new class and having the main method, and with this particular main method we can access the method inside the class of ABS. Let's see how we can do. Now we will create a new class. Now class as my main, and inside this we have public static void main string AR. Okay. Now there is one more question here. Can we rename this ARGs? Yes, we can, because this is basically a name of the string of array. Okay. So you can also write ABES also. Okay, you can write anything. So here you can see that we have this particular array, and this is actually the name of the array. You can rename it as ABES. Okay. Now our other task is how we can create the object of a particular class. Okay. So we have created the class name as ABES. Now just write name of the object, new. Okay. Now we have already created the name of the object as obj, and this object is basically an instance of the class ABES. Now I will show you. Let's see. So here, yeah, you can see. So this is basically ABES class, and we have already created the instance of this ABES class. Okay. Now we are going to access this show method. So how we can do this? We will create the method. We will access this method. So first we have to create the instance of this class, and with the instance of this class we can access this particular method. Okay. So now you can see how we will do this. So we have already created the object of this ABS class. Okay. Now we have to write obj dot show. Okay. Now just save this file as my main dot java, and you have to save as type all files. Okay. I'll just save it. Now what you have to do, compile it. There's no error, so it is basically compiled successfully. Now you can see, now you can have this my main.java file, and after compilation, successfully compilation of this particular my main class file, you can get this particular my main.class file. Okay. So my main.java is now converted to my main.class. Okay. Now how we can execute this? Now this file will basically executed. Why we will execute this? The reason behind this is that we have a main method inside this. So for compilation, we don't need any particular main method, but for successfully running of the Java program, we need the main method. Okay. So what we have done here, we have created the object of the ABES class, and with the help of this object, we will call the particular method. Okay. Now I'm going to execute this. So I have to write Java. Now you can see first we have printed the message as ABES Engineering College. Okay. And then after that we have done a simple calculation, means addition of two numbers. So the result is also displayed here is sum is 25. Okay. So here you can see that we have created this particular method. Okay. And after this we have also done a simple calculation. Okay. So in this file, we have only created one method. So can we create another method also? Yes, we can also create another method. So suppose I want another method whose name is sum. Okay. So now I'm going to do some calculation and we are going to create another method also. So we will delete from here. Now inside this, I'm just receiving two arguments. Okay. And now I'm not going to initialize it. I'll declare a new variable z inside the method, and inside this we're going to do the addition of two parameters that we will receive from the main method. Okay. Now I will write here, and the result is sum is. Now I'm going to print the sum is plus z, means whatever the argument we will receive from the main method, we will print it here. Okay. So we have to remove this particular. Now you can see we have two methods. The first one is public void show, which basically prints the ABES Engineering College. Okay. So whenever we call this method show, this particular string will be printed, ABES Engineering College. And when we call this sum method, so what we required also, we required two parameters also, means in X and Y, we need two parameters. Okay. So in the first variable X, we need a value, and in the second parameter Y, we also need an integer value. Okay. So let's see how we can execute this. We have to make some changes in the main method also. Now we have already created this the instance of this ABS class. Okay, now we have two methods. So this time, what we have to do, we have to call another method sum, and inside this we have to pass two integer variables. Okay, now you can see here. Now I have to compile it again. So first I have to compile this class also, because we have made changes in ABS class also. Now we have also compiled the main method containing class. Now I'm going to execute this. Now you can see this time we are also getting the same string method as ABES Engineering College, and the sum is 46. But you can see the difference here. This time we have two different methods. Okay. So suppose if we don't need addition of two numbers, and suppose I will remove this method. Okay. Suppose I will remove this method. I don't need this. I only want the string message to be printed here. So now I am calling only one method. Okay. So now just compile it and now run it again. So now you can see this time we have only this method, that is ABES Engineering College is printed only. The sum is not printed. Why? Because this time I have not called the sum method. This is the reason why we have created two different methods. Okay. I will show you that you can also create another method also. So now this time difference. Okay. Again, we will use the same structure, but this time the computation is different. So now difference is, again we have to do the computation, and we have to print the result also. So okay, you can also change in main method also. So now I am going to calculate the sum You have to pass two parameters also. Okay. And difference. And in difference, just like 13.5. Now what you have to do, you have to compile this. Now you can see here, the sum is 46 and the difference is 8. Okay. So this is the way by which you can create the method inside the classes. Okay. And you can access these methods with the help of object. You cannot directly access this. Okay. So if you want to access this particular method directly without creating the object, so now you can see how you can do this. So what you have to do here is you have to just write here as static keyword. Okay. Now with the help of this static keyword here before this particular method, you can directly access this. Okay. Now what you have to write here, now you have to just write the name of the class, that is ABS, and the name of the method as show. Okay. Now what we have done here is, you can see here the name of the class is ABES and the name of the method is show. But this time what we have done here is, we have not created any particular instance of this class, but we directly access this method with the name of the class. Means what we have done here is, we have just write the name of the class, and with the name of the class we directly access this method also. Okay. Or you can also do this with the other methods also. So if you want to declare this method also as a static, or if you want to declare this method also static, okay, you can do also. Okay, but now this time we will first see how you can access this. Now here we have written the name of the class and the name of the method as show. Okay, now compile this. First compile this. Compile the main method containing class. Okay, now you can access this. Now you can see that this time we have not created the instance of the class and just directly access the method. Okay. So if you want to access the second method, so what you have to write here is name of the class dot method 12,56. Now again I'm going to compile it again. Now you can see here, now we have access the show method and the sum method, but we cannot access the difference method. The reason behind this is that we have not declared the difference method as static. So if we try to access, now you can see that we will get the error also. Suppose we have given here ABS dot difference, and now I'm going to access this. Now you can see here that we are not access this particular difference method. Why? Because this is a non-static method. Means here the method is non-static. So if you directly want to access the method, you can declare that method as a static. So if you want to do this, just what you have to do here is just declare this as a static. Okay. Now again compile this. Okay. Now this time you can see here we are not getting any error, and now this time we also access the difference method also. Okay, we have accessed the show method, we have accessed the sum method, and we have accessed the difference method. So this is all about how we declare class, how we declare method. Okay, and how we will implement these different methods with the help of static keyword. Okay, we will discuss the static keyword in detail in the next coming videos. Okay. In that video, we will going to explore the concept of static, final keyword, super keyword. These are very important keywords related to Java. Okay. So this is all about the class declaration, and we will also see how we can create a constructor also. Means we can create constructors. This is a very important topic related to the classes. Okay, so in next video, we will cover the concept of constructor. We'll cover the concept of static, final, and a super keyword. Okay. So if we are going to summarize all this particular related to concept of class, so we have studied about how we can declare different data member, we declare method. So in the coming video, we will going to see how we can declare constructor, block, and the interface. Okay, so this is all about the declaration. So thank you for this video. Next video, we will cover the concept of constructor and blocks.